let's do the thing. We are live, and we're back.
The duo.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and although I don't think I can be sitting this close to you. I'm a defender and you're a quarterback. I think this is illegal. I'm gonna get a flag.
Well, here's the thing: is I'm definitely the one known for roughing in here with
You are.
So
I mean, so it's not. He kicked Grady Jarrett. So, but that's fine. It's fine. We're going into that.
He got up too fast.
It got too fast. Oh, I cannot wait to get it. Oh, I'm still upset. Still upset about it, and it's mainly because the wound got opened up last night.
That's
like it just. Anyways, we digress. All right.
I mean, is that our coach's corner today? I mean, basically, like
I got some clips and some stuff.
Yeah,
and some
I
things.
just don't. I mean,
yeah. I believe so. And there's changes coming down the pipe. Apparently, NFL said they're looking into it. Don't know what that means.
it's just got to be reviewable.
Just
End
make
of
it
story.
yes.
I mean,
yeah, we'll get there.
the refs are trying to protect the players. I get it. So it's hard to you can't talk out of both sides of your mouth, but the NFL does it all the time. So
That's because it's the NFL. That's what they do. So we will recap the week, obviously. Not too crazy stuff in college football. There could have been.
Yeah.
Ended up not
wasn't it? Yep.
really being there. Someone did fantastic this week out of the three of us. One of them sitting in here. Yep. Undefeated. So that's pretty cool. And then
It must have been me.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Promise you that. However, I
always love because I'm always surprised at the results, good or bad.
Just
that's what I love. I was like, because it was, it's always Tuesday,
Right.
and like by the time you get through the week, it's just like, and I had a big event this weekend, so like Tuesday to Tuesday crept up on me quick this week.
Very quick. So we'll do a little recap: college, NFL, little coach's corner, which is probably heavily going to be relied upon in the roughing the passer situations that we're seeing. Then we'll make our picks. Big parlay, hopefully hit it this week. Although there's a lot I like that I think should help us.
And it should,
but it won't.
You know what that means?
Yeah, it won't.
That's like our goon locks.
Hey,
they've been better.
Hey,
we're almost streaking on those.
Teaser. We have one.
Almost.
Have we had one
streaky
each week?
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's what I'm saying.
Streak. Look at us coming back.
They call us the streak.
So let's get into this. College football. Week 6? Yeah, week 6. All right, first game. TCU, Kansas. Kansas quarterback went down, I believe, in the second quarter. Backup came in. I thought played, fairly well and still had a chance to win the thing.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it went like a Big 12 game.
Yeah.
And everyone scored a bunch. I mean, like I said, I was rock, chalk, Jayhawk. I'm going to ride them.
You were.
They played well. I still think they're a good team.
Yeah.
TCU is just a little better. I don't have any problems with that.
Look at the catch that they wanted on. I mean, they're better by a toe. I thought they were
insane, by the way.
For really bad vocabulary. I thought they were more better.
More better?
Just,
yeah.
I thought there was a bigger gap, and
I
at least on Saturday there wasn't.
I agree.
Kansas's offense kept up with what I think is a really good offense in the Big 12 in TCU. So I was kudos to Kansas because they had every reason to not be able to be in that game till the end.
Correct.
Yet competed. So
they did. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every part of it. So money line, you took TCU. Good on you.
Yep.
Ryan and I went with KU. We got the spread as a push. You took TCU, also a push. Screws up my math. That's the wrong.
There we go.
Two different computers. Those don't go together. Does it change your winning percentage? We went with the under.
I just had a tie in there now. That's all.
Yeah, right. We don't count ties. What was the final score? I need to write those down.
38-31?
Yeah. Yep. Sure was. So you got the over. I mean, just crushing it.
Yeah.
Precursor, if everyone listened earlier, someone went undefeated.
Yeah.
Wasn't me. It damn sure wasn't Ryan. Tennessee LSU. Man, Tennessee looked good. I mean, LSU to me is not good, so it doesn't like put too much into it. But the Tennessee looks good, and I thought that this game could have been one where I need to turn some lights off. That they could have had a stinker because of Bama,
right?
But they didn't.
Well, I also think. So I will say, doing well, I have less reaction in the fact that, yeah, of course this is what happened. It's like, so I find myself like with less reaction to like, well, the game kind of went exactly as I expected it. Like Tennessee has looked really good all year, specifically against even slightly above average and mediocre competition, which is what I think LSU is and what LSU has proved to be, even though they would say and think differently.
Right.
The other thing with this game, I don't know if we really touched on it. It was in the morning.
Which, yeah, we did hit upon that. Like an SEC game in the morning?
Yeah, and especially in Death Valley. So
weird.
Completely took that.
Is Death Valley one of those stadiums that's probably 6 points, I would assume?
100%. Not only that, but night game.
Probably even more.
And just like Kinnick. I mean,
when was the last time LSU played a day game? I would love to know that stat.
Right. Well,
like a
not only
game,
a day
sorry,
game,
not day,
an
morning.
11 a.m.
11 against a top 10 opponent.
So, I mean, it was the big noon game or whatever. I mean,
right.
So I just that changed a lot with that atmosphere. If that was a night game, definitely would have. I
mean, it'd have been closer.
Yeah. I mean, it just changes.
Yeah,
it changes everything.
Absolutely.
From that perspective. So that was.
We should have Goonlocked, but Ryan decided not to, and he's the only L on there.
Yeah.
He took the over, and it was at 53. Did not hit 63.5.
No.
I didn't think of.
LSU's just
can't score.
Good on offense. They're not good enough on offense.
No.
And if the game was in Tennessee, they might have got.
Right.
Tennessee might have gotten there, but because so just a combination of those items.
Next, Utah UCLA. Now this one was kind of surprise to me. Where the hell is this? I gotta get to the score. Where'd it go? Oh, they're a day game too, which also threw me off.
Yeah.
Where the hell did it go?
I don't know if that's something we're going to continue to see.
Yeah, here it is. Okay.
With more of these teams kind of flopping times.
Yeah.
Nationally, but
so on this one, and specifically on the spread, I was like, UCLA's hot. I'm gonna hedge it on this.
Mm-hmm.
And both teams played well. I mean, 74 is ridiculous in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But it got there. It definitely got there. Oh wait, did you? Oh, I did it wrong. Ha! You do have an L. No one went undefeated. I pulled a Ryan.
Of course you did.
Oh, damn it. Son of a monkey.
What was the final of that game?
32-42.
Okay.
32-42. So, again, I went with Utah money line. So did Ryan. Cole took UCLA. I took UCLA on the spread. So did Cole. Ryan took Utah. And Ryan just didn't do well this week. He went 2 for 6.
Yeah.
That's not it's not good. I batted 50%, and you were undefeated until I messed that up. 87.5. That's pretty solid.
I mean, we talked about that game got over 70, which is
that's just not how that works ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
Our locks, Tennessee money line, nailed it. Ryan went with Duke, which was questionable. Cole nailed Louisville. Spread, Akron did not do well.
No.
Iowa did cover, although
that's disgusting.
They're not good. We have some stats I will be pulling up later. They're bad, very bad. And Wake did not cover. They actually, Florida State played well.
Yeah, that. I mean, I don't know who that says more about.
I don't either.
At this point, I think it says more about Florida State. More so from a perspective of at least up to this point, they're not throwing in the towel for the season, which they've been known to do the last few years.
Right.
So I guess that's what it says to me.
So that's.
I mean, that's it. Like they should have won that football game.
Yeah, they should have.
Say I know you follow them.
They are
decently close, but that's a game they are going to look back at it and say that they should.
However, based upon what they've done the last 4 or 5 years, they are improving, and I think they can
Right.
at least take that home for them.
The old we lost, but
Yeah, I mean, when you're not a good team,
it's fair.
you know, I mean, Nebraska went, we won, but
Right.
so hey,
Yeah.
win's a win, right?
Yeah, just ask Iowa.
Just as
They'll take them any way they can.
over under, I went with Western Kentucky UTSA under 74. Absolutely crushed it. Don't know what to say about that. 74 is a lot of points.
Never doubt, right?
No, not even close. Ryan took the over on the Troy. It did not get there. I think it was like ended up being 39, I believe.
Gotcha.
And Wisconsin did that themselves, basically.
Yeah.
They scored 42, and Northwestern scored 7. So I think you can be happy with it. That's probably the max score that could have ever fathomed.
I don't know. I mean, Northwestern's a really bad football team, but so is Wisconsin. It just surprises me that they scored 42.
And they both missed a field goal.
Yeah.
On top of it.
So,
So, you have it. D-Gen picks, we did not hit these. Arkansas didn't happen. Close. Fresno,
also,
close.
Arkansas starting quarterback didn't play.
Also,
I did not realize
late.
that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, he was out with a concussion.
Correct.
Looking to be back this week. So, yeah.
Didn't pick
Not
that up.
that would have, I mean, those picks are
No.
tougher to come by anyway, but
Absolutely. So, shitty shot of the week. It's on you, Ryan. That one's on you, bud.
during training, even better.
Yep.
Might as well.
So stockpile him until he gets back.
Yeah.
Just keep eating his ass, and then
It's just like, here,
you have 12
excuse me.
for the show.
Yes,
Start it.
before the show. Yes.
Get it at it.
I mean, he should be able to call in on the other line. He's just listening to training, right?
That's what I thought.
All right.
That's what I said.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. All right. NFL Week 5 recap. Put in the time so I don't F this up. All right. Colts, Broncos. Cool thing about this one is pretty sure, I don't remember what his bet number was, but Steve put $25 on no touchdown scored and won like $1,500.
Yeah, he did.
That was awesome to watch.
If you,
And I mean, I put $10 in late on it just to why not? So end up winning. But that was pretty cool.
let's be
That
very
game was-
clear. There should have been a touchdown scored.
There should have been multiple.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was Thursday Night Football in a nutshell.
But like worse if could been.
Yeah, but I mean, the offenses actually had life,
True. That's true.
which a lot of times we don't even see that. But like so I don't know if it's worse to be like the Iowa Illinois game where no offense really had life
True.
whatsoever.
I think that's worse.
Or for teams to really kind of go up and down the field. Turnover is obviously an issue, but like it's not like the defenses were. I mean, obviously they were dominant from a score perspective, but it didn't feel like they were just killing the offense on either side of the ball.
I mean, just when Matt Ryan dropped back.
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
More
all of that
times than not.
scheme.
It is scheme.
Hines and Taylor out after the first play.
that was-
Like, I mean,
that's
so you
bad.
lose your top running backs out, and your
Your second is
second
out
guy who's out,
on the
who's
third
also
play.
a good running back is out on the third play of the game, like
Yeah.
for series.
Yeah.
So
Stuff.
that kind of puts you in a bad spot as well. But
Sure does.
the Broncos suck. The Colts
they're
suck. Those are
bad.
two teams I had
High hopes.
very-
I'm pretty sure.
I did not. I don't know if I had high hopes, but I had
I mean,
playoff. I
I've
had
got-
playoff hopes.
I mean, that's high hopes at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
yeah.
ooh.
Yeah.
But we'll
Yeah.
get into that a little bit later with the
We'll get closer. I didn't have
Um,
Denver. Thank God I took them out. I'm so excited. About that.
reaction this week to this week's schedule and what's played out so far in the NFL is, I mean, definitely some predictable stuff, but
Definitely some.
I mean, the
unpredictable
NFL
stuff.
always remains unpredictable.
Absolutely. But that game was it was interesting, and yes, ultimately the Broncos are not good. Come out later that Russ has an injury. I don't know how I feel about that.
I
him
didn't
being
see
an injury.
anything.
Looked like he was throwing the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
inaccurate, but fine. Velocity looked like it was there.
Yeah.
Decision making wasn't. Again, apparently, he can't hits slants in the end zone. He throws picks. He throws it behind him.
Well, I mean, he didn't throw it to the open
And then
guy.
but the other one was a pick in the end zone.
I know, but like
And then
threw
he-
it to
then
the
he-
open guy instead of the not open guy.
Well,
It helps if you throw it to the guy that's not
By
covered
himself?
by a defender.
does it?
Yes.
Okay.
Rumor has it.
Usually I like to,
Hey,
fit it
I've
in
been
there
there
between
before.
defenders.
I've missed a wide open receiver before, probably multiple times, so I know how it feels. Gonna happen, especially when you're in half field read type of situations, or your pre-snap read takes you to a side of the field and then you're wrong. You really look like an idiot on film. Gonna happen, but
yeah, hit the open
I
guy.
mean,
Hit the open guy.
when it happens all game, then we have an issue.
All season, we were.
Who's the
5 weeks
backup
in.
in Denver?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Josh Johnson. I have no idea.
Drew Lock coming back.
So money line, we all took Denver. That was unfortunate. Cole and I did take Indy on the spread. They clearly covered that, and we all hit the under. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Thursday night unders, I would love to know the percentage. It's got to be 75-80 on unders.
I mean, Indy of all teams has beat 2 teams in the AFC West, and they can't beat anybody else. It makes no damn sense.
It doesn't. I love it. I love the chaos. Chicago,
channeling.
Minnesota. Boy, this one was
Competitive.
competitive, and like I said last week, something's off with Minnesota's defense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is because they keep having issues at the wrong time. Maybe that's it.
Is it communication? Like just like back end
I'd have to
communication?
look more on it.
Right.
But it's got to be something because it breaks. Every game it's broken down, and it's had multiple series of the breakdown. So I mean, maybe, but
But they look really good at times.
yes,
Yeah. And so, I mean, obviously consistency is key, especially when it comes to defense. We can talk about the Cowboys later here, but
oh yeah,
whew,
get to
that
them,
D is
baby.
looking capitalized.
This week's is gonna be.
That is a big D.
Cannot wait.
That is a big D.
Cannot wait to talk about it.
Dallas.
Anyways, Minnesota won. Whoop-de-doo.
Mm-hmm.
They covered, so we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, Tampa Bay. First of all,
Good luck.
crushed it.
You can't even be happy about that.
I am so trying to not drop the F-bomb, but it's probably gonna happen.
Fumble!
Like,
Oh, no. Different one. different one.
wrong one.
Different one.
Whoopsies.
That was for Charles Woodson.
Yeah.
That damn Tom Brady.
So, our offense really overall, it's tough. I mean, we had Pitts out, Cordell's out, so I was actually impressed with the way they could actually move the ball against that stout defense and wore them out, which I think is something new the Falcons haven't done since early 2000s.
Solid run game, though. I mean, Mariota puts a little more pressure on
like
teams, and then their running backs are solid.
And they can wear them down over time, which we haven't had in a very long time. So that's really cool to see. What's not at all very cool to see is the simple fact that when you go down, right? You're down by 2 touchdowns. You go down, you get 2-point conversion, right? So now we're only down 6.
Yep.
Like it's game time to win this.
Correct.
You're at the 50. It's 3rd down, and a routine sack. That's just a routine ass sack. Turns into a roughing the passer. Right after that, Tom Brady kicked Grady Jarrett while they were on the ground. How, from a quarterback's perspective, do you think that was roughing the passer?
No.
Okay.
Time out. How many conversations in all of our time of podcast? How many conversations have we had where I've ever protected the quarterback, other than Tua, like
Right.
But like
That's
that's just stumbling. That had nothing to do with the hit.
I besides losing my absolute shit, my first gut thing was, besides losing my shit again, I'll repeat that, is I thought it was because of the second Tua, right? His second concussion. I thought like, oh great, there's an emphasis.
Right.
Went back, looked at emphasis of the week. It wasn't in there. Ref came out
coddled
insane.
him to the ground. By the way,
I
he could not have rolled him over
more gently.
More gently. He had a hold of him the whole time. Like, he never let go. He didn't even sling him. Like, Mahomes got slung twice
and
last
we're going
night.
to show that. We're going to show that side by side with that.
And so, like, if you want to call the sling for being
then call
unnecessary roughness.
But it's happened. So I clearly watched that. In every game after that, it's happened to a running back every game. Or a receiver every game.
No.
But I'm saying, no,
You
because
can't
by
mention
the
other
rule,
positions.
it was unnecessary roughness is what they called that. What that ref said,
No,
it was
he
unnecessary.
roughed the passer. He roughed the Brady.
Yeah, but he said it was unnecessary to throw him like that.
Yeah, but it was roughing the Brady.
Oh, yeah,
You
absolutely.
got called for roughing the Brady. You got called for touching the Brady. And then
all the momentum in the world.
What happened in the Chiefs game? I don't know what that was.
Okay. And we'll get to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have that clip. I'm pretty sure I've sent so many clips. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's just say that I'm just not happy. I believe that the rules should be reviewable.
Mm-hmm.
The sling thing for quarterbacks should not be a thing.
I don't know.
The weight thing should not be a thing.
Correct. All of those things.
Those go away. And
Also,
reviewable.
Here's the problem: is that by letter of the law of the rule, none of the things that they called or threw the flags on the premise of actually happened. So not only is the rule already bad, the things that they called it for. So
also bad.
The Brady was the slinging.
Yep.
Of which he held on to him the whole time. So no sling.
Yep.
So therefore that is wrong. So you called it because of this, but this didn't happen. The car was the full weight being landing on. The defender took the ball. First of all, he took the ball. Second of all, he had the presence of mind with the ball in one hand to put his other hand down mid-fall.
Which is impressive enough, by the way.
To not put his entire weight on him.
Correct.
And then walked out of there with the football.
He had the football.
So they were both. I disagree with the two rules as they're written, but if they're written, fine. And if you sumo on a dude or whatever, like we know what that looks like, and we also know what a sling looks like because we also saw one in the Kansas City game
that did not get called. Okay.
Against Mahomes.
Yeah.
Who you think that they were actually trying to protect, and the people of Kansas City were wonderful last night. And the refs were very scared in the second half to call a penalty against Kansas City.
As they should have been.
Hell would have raineth down had the Chiefs not won that game.
Oh, absolutely.
But either way, that's my problem overall is that we're misinterpreting rules of safety, and then that's our backup. And these refs after the game are getting interviewed, and this is what they're quoting, and it's but that's not what happened
at all.
And then there's no what does Goodell tell him? Oh, good job, you almost saw that one good. There's no repercussion, and those are points.
Why isn't there?
So Atlanta doesn't get the ball back down a score. I don't think. Tampa just ran the clock out from there, right? So they don't. So end of game, you lose entertainment from that. Mm-hmm. The Raiders got 3 points, wasted a whole minute. The Chiefs did end up getting a 59-yard field goal at halftime, but the Chiefs had the ball, so therefore they're at least -3, if not -7, based on the fact that the Raiders should have had no chance to score points because. He had the football. He possessed the football. It was the Chiefs' football. If that play gets reviewed, or if there's not a flag, just if there's not a flag, it's the Chiefs' football. It doesn't even have to be reviewed. He has the football. He took it from him.
He was the runner.
Yeah.
There is no more passer.
So I agree with everything you're saying. The frustrations are there. At this point, if we're going to continue to watch NFL football, we have to expect it until some rules change. Just like if I'm going to watch college football, I have to expect a kid to get thrown out of the game for a hit that doesn't.
Correct.
And so those two things have to be, as fans, as watchers as taking in this as our entertainment, and unfortunately as bettors, which is ultimately the biggest thing that matters because that's, money talks,
right,
as we all know. We have to start expecting these things, and the unfortunate part is just the fact that conspiracy theories and everything like that about who we're protecting, how we're protecting, 80% of the money last night's on Kansas City. They're only protecting Carr. You see all these, they didn't protect Mahomes later in the game. Right. But ultimately they didn't throw a flag when, the Raiders didn't make the 2-point conversion.
Right.
They also reversed the call. So it's it's kind of hard to.
That one's tough.
Claim any, right. But they're still going to be out there and they're still going to. So the NFL does not help themselves out from any perspective at all. And it's just ridiculous. It's in and out. It's we have all of these stupid ass rules and we can only review some of them, and we're only getting guys off the field at certain times. And going back to the concussion talk last week and everything like that, it's just man, this is not if you and I can sit and watch a football game, anyone within the NFL should be able to see the same things. That nobody's asking for them to do anything that's we're not asking the catch rule. Yeah, that can be gray area or anything like that, but there's a lot of black and white that they're missing for being the multi-billion-dollar industry.
It's when they look at it, they're only thinking of what the rule says as opposed to this. It's football,
right? There's
a football play.
Yeah,
and those all have been football plays.
Big, really fast, really strong.
Correct.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, so we move on. Proud of the Falcons. Could have won that game. Should have won that game. Debatable. In my eyes, they did. Now we get to Dallas, the Big D. Against the Rams, which the Rams O-line is in complete chaos and shambles. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, Dallas's defense is pretty damn good, especially front seven. However, Stafford not going to finish the season at this rate, in my opinion. But I'll let you go through your game.
He'll finish the season.
Unless he's broken half or dead.
But
he'll still play.
Plays through it.
He'll play through it.
Cooper Kupp's really damn good.
He's, Mm-hmm.
Aaron Donald is really damn good. And Micah Parsons is really damn good, and I'm glad he's on our team. Aaron Donald and Micah Parsons, if they got one-on-one, they could not be blocked.
No.
And I love what the Rams do with Aaron Donald. They move him around. He blitzes from the middle, blitzes from the edge. I mean, he's a force. You can run the ball against the Rams, which our best running back had a 58-yard touchdown. Our number one running back would have gotten 8 yards.
That's weird. Wait. Your number one is not your best?
Yes.
Huh, okay.
I mean,
we highlight this the whole time.
2 years now.
Yep.
So, Tony Pollard, 58-yard touchdown run, of which Zeke gets 8 yards. Just running styles, the way they see lanes. Love that I have both of them. Don't get me wrong. I think Zeke is a very good backup because of the way he runs, but he's just that. We got to get Tony Pollard more touches. Pollard did show 2 different times, though, that the reason that Zeke is in on a lot of protection plays is that he'll miss some blitzes.
Oh, yeah.
And he did. But, hopefully the bad outweighs the good outweighs the bad, which.
Honestly, why is he in protection? Send him out. Just send him out. Pull your tight end in. Send him out.
Just send him on a hot. I mean, he just needs to be on the hot and just give him the ball.
Correct.
But yeah, so
protect.
However,
him,
when you're
protect
expected to be protecting and you just stand in the middle and watch the guy run, So, but Cooper Rush
did what
continues to win. It's not pretty. He's not turning the ball over, and ultimately our defense is good enough that they got a defensive touchdown. Turned the ball over another time, blocked a punt, just different items that they're doing week in and week out consistently. Did give up one big play in a man-to-man coverage. But Diggs gambled a little bit. He was in man-to-man, tried to undercut the route, missed it by 2 inches. Cup goes the distance.
That's what he does.
But you give up one big play all game, give up 10 points, and really dominated the game. On the defensive side of the ball, offensively, I loved how we ran the ball. Cooper Rush is patient, and that's the thing that I'm hoping to get out of Dak when he comes back. It's hard to know for sure, And then the accuracy. I mean, he makes big throws when it matters to keep drives alive, and it's nothing flashy, but it's just right read, on time. And C.D. Lamb needs to stop dropping the damn ball.
What's going on with that?
I don't know if it's just inconsistency. They're just not as much of a flow as an offense. Just obviously with Dak being out. Dak was terrible week 1, so you got nothing.
But
haven't played much with. But
these keep happening.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you got to catch the ball. Yeah. So Gallup being back was huge. He made a couple huge, amazing catches that were big in that game. It's been fun to watch. They're a very complimentary football team right now, and it takes me back to when I became a fan of the Cowboys in the early to mid '90s. Like they played phenomenal complimentary football.
Yep.
Like obviously, I was an offensive guy. Loved Aikman, Smith, Irvin, but their defenses, Leon Lett. They had Woodson in the back end for some time. Several different guys that came in and out of there over the years that, fun to watch, playmakers. And Parsons is bringing a little bit of that back with, they got Barr in there now, and Esh, he's fine, but like he's a good piece to the puzzle, and they've got some playmakers on the back end with Diggs, and he's got some help back there now, so he can gamble a little bit and not get quite as embarrassed.
Right.
He has toned it down a little bit this year, but he's still going to get beat from time to time. But that's the most enjoyable thing to me, is just watching a complete football team win games from both sides and not having to lean. Last year, it felt like we almost leaned too much on the defense. Years before that, we'd always been leaning on the offense. So now, if Dak can come back, which is my hope, and just return to the level of play that he's been at
prior to the season,
prior to last season, well, and more so, not even prior. He didn't even play bad last year. It's just that we abandoned the run.
Yeah, and
that was a little bit of offensive line and stuff like that too. The one thing I will say that we just got to be more disciplined. Too many penalties. And that's always been a problem. But if we can get over that, we're a very complete football team, and that's not something I really necessarily thought I could say.
Are you getting?
Nope.
Is your hope getting up yet?
We'll see.
It's getting there.
This week is going to be a huge test with the Eagles, who are the only undefeated team in football right now. So,
yeah, not wrong. So that's that. I'm the only one who picked Dallas. So don't know what you guys were doing there. Idiots. We all got Dallas in the spread, and then we all picked the over, which surprisingly, if we look back at it, the Rams haven't scored all year, so we really should have probably thought about that.
Well, and I think I said I should have picked Dallas. It was on the road.
Yeah.
The Rams play terrible at home, and Dallas plays great on the road.
Yeah,
so, like, if the game was in Dallas, it would have been.
It's quoted.
Yeah, so it,
whatever.
I guess myself.
Yeah. Cincy, Baltimore. Thanks, Cole, for screwing up that goon lock. But that was a hard fought game. Do you remember it?
I don't understand Baltimore.
Sure, I don't. In terms of their play calling and whatnot, or what they're trying to do with.
They're just a way better football team than what they like. I feel like they dominate football games and either lose or win on a field goal at the end. And it doesn't make any damn sense. And is that coaching? Is that Lamar? Obviously the defense against Miami was the reason they lost that game. But if you get one first down at any point, like, you win that game, or a touchdown at any point, like they didn't score for the last quarter and a half. So they're just an anomaly to me, because I think they're a really good football team, and most of the time for like 3 quarters, but they don't finish well. And in the NFL, if you don't have finishers, then you're going to play close games.
Yeah, I agree. Coaching decision. They're down 13-10. They go for it, 4th and goal on the 2. Why not?
Harbaugh does that.
Why not? But that was Cincy. Cincy did it.
No.
Oh, but you're saying
right,
Harbaugh does
but
it.
I'm just saying, like,
why? To me,
same way with Cincy. Like,
why not tie it up?
Mm-hmm.
then deal with it.
Right.
Right. Ravens go down and kick a field goal. They score, and then the Ravens come down and the greatest kicker of all time.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a question anymore. I don't know if I have the stat, but the stat on his like game-winning, like he's made how many
26 in a row.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes or less, or
some great
like 22 in a row game-winning kicks. I mean, pretty much it's
not close.
and they're like more than half of those are 45 plus yards or something. I mean,
Usually
they're not
down,
chip shots,
and they're usually right down the middle, which
Right.
is crazy
Yeah,
to me.
he's-
The other stat was Vinatieri, probably of his generation, greatest of all time.
Mhm.
He played for like 24, 22 seasons or whatever it was. If Justin Tucker remains on his current path,
Right.
maybe even wavers a little bit, he will have missed 60 less kicks than
Yeah.
Vinatieri. 60.
I mean, he doesn't miss.
He just doesn't. It's just.
He's missed like
phenomenal.
one time, and
I think we joke
last
about
10
this. My
years.
wife got mad at me for this because I said kickers they're not athletes,
Mhm.
right? They're just nerds. Like, they're just
Mhm.
kickers.
Right.
He,
should we ask Hanson about that?
I'll put, yeah, right, we should. I'll put Tucker in the athlete category just
Oh.
because how great he is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it.
He's an athlete
He's an
because he
athlete.
makes one.
Because he doesn't miss.
That's fair.
They have one job.
Yeah. No,
One job.
Yeah.
If there's wind, rain, and that, I'll let him.
No.
You should make
No,
a
they
kick.
still
You
have
have one job.
Yeah.
One job. I'm just saying. All right.
Take that day off if you don't like it.
Right. Raiders, Chiefs. What'd you think of that game?
It actually went about exactly how I expected from a perspective of the Raiders very rarely beat the Chiefs, but usually play them exactly like this and then find a way to Raider at the
Raider it.
end.
Yep.
And they Raidered in the middle and Raidered at the end, but Devontae Adams is really good. Travis Kelce's really
How do you not guard Kelsey on the goal
good.
line?
Did you see how many yards he had in the game?
Yeah, I know. You know why? Because there was a prop bet for Adams and Kelsey to be 50 plus, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, that's a lot.
Oh,
They
yeah.
boosted it from minus 120 to plus 140.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, take my $10.
Mhm.
Let's ride. Let's
Yeah.
do this because that's happening.
Right.
First play of the game, obviously. That one's done.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go, Kelsey. Okay, you got a touchdown. That's fantastic. Doesn't help us.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns. Cool. Really cool.
And you got to
3
play down.
touchdowns.
No, yeah, but then you got to play down the field. They got called back.
Yes. True.
That would have put him over 50
Which would have
yards.
put him on 50 yards.
Yes.
So then he gets his 3rd touchdown. I'm like, you have 22 yards.
Yeah.
What are you? Why?
Now you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a 4th touchdown.
And then I'm going to 4 touchdown, which
Um,
helps nobody except
Ball
for
in
fantasy.
the air, Mahomes with the 4.
Just so that was asinine.
So
But,
the
good
only
for him.
place they didn't cover him was in the end zone.
Great job not getting yards.
Yeah. Really held him. Showed him. 7 catches, 25 yards, 4 touchdowns. It's pretty efficient.
That was really efficient. So maybe they would have done better there.
Yeah.
But we all had KC winning. Relatively, I wouldn't say that was easy, but relatively understood.
Yeah.
KC, obviously Raiders went down and scored with 4 minutes. I thought that would have been one of those times that we get a pick or a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
That would have got us our spread, which didn't
Right.
happen. Ryan hedged, so we got that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. One of his 5 wins. And then we took the over, which I thought was clearly going to happen. It did, 59.
Yep.
Ryan took the under. So overall for the week, I went 14-4. Ryan went 13-5, and Cole went 12-6. So to have
Yeah,
12,
not
that's solid.
Yeah.
66%. Just we did better.
Yeah.
So you have a shitty shot.
I do.
There was a water bottle in there too. I took that out. Yeah.
Oh.
Just in case. I didn't need you to drink water.
Oh, bananas.
The old tradition of the bananas. On our locks, Cole and I went with the Ravens. That was clearly going to happen. Ryan went with Miami.
Yeah, clearly game-winning field goal.
Hey, it's confidence.
Yes, right.
Ryan went with Miami. That's a different game if Bridgewater is allowed to play.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand how that worked.
I do.
Which screwed up my spread lock. Ryan did get Tennessee spread lock. Cole did not get the Eagles. I'm really sure that looked to me they were kind of looking ahead. They just weren't up. I don't think they had as much energy, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
I wouldn't say they were looking past them. They just didn't.
Never felt like they were going to lose that game, though.
No, but they just didn't look like they were going to blow them out, which they should have.
Right.
Indy, Denver. Why is that? Why is that red? It shouldn't be red. It should be green.
For under?
Absolutely. So I won that with Indy, Denver under. It wasn't even close to 43.5. I think.
No.
Yeah, nope. Detroit, New England. Ryan went with over 45.5.
Detroit didn't score.
I don't know how that was going to happen. Cole went with under 41.5 in the Giants, Green Bay.
Yeah,
Man.
I don't.
What the hell, Green Bay? I love it. I love the chaos.
I mean, Green Bay scored exactly how many points I thought they would score.
I did not think
They gave up
the
two
Giants
more.
would they didn't have weapons.
No, they gave up 2 more touchdowns than I thought they would.
So that that happens. And look out for the G-men. Look out for the NFC East.
You mean the NFC beast?
Let's calm down. It's only week 5, but
Records.
Like, whoa.
Just make sure you draw the Commanders.
Whoa, yeah, because even their head coach knows they have a quarterback problem.
Yeah.
All right. D-Gen picks. I went with the Cincy Lions combo. That failed horribly. Ryan went with Carolina, not close. And Cole went with Detroit and Cleveland. So we did really well our D-Gen picks this week. Said no one ever. All right. So let's have a little fun here. Let's get into our coach's corner and lead with. I think I have. Do I have it? Oh, there it is. All right. So here we go. Set the scene. Falcons have just scored 2 touchdowns in a row, went for 2, down 6. Third down. Grady Jarrett, just, by the way, a beast. And this is it. This is the sack. This is what roughing the passer was called. Again, barely threw him over, even rolled over him. Now we compare it to the Mahomes sack. He actually got thrown.
Also not a penalty, by the way.
Not thrown. Throw.
Yeah, neither one of those is a penalty, though.
One more time for everyone out there. Not thrown. Tom Brady. Thrown. Patrick Mahomes. You tell me why any of those would be a penalty and why in hell Grady Jarrett would get flagged there. I am surprised he didn't absolutely lose his effing mind. I would have. That would have been me throwing helmet, getting fined repeatedly. I would have got fined. I don't know how many fines I would have had, but it would have been a lot. So I threw that on there like a few times, guys. A few times. This one, I watched this one live. Where is it? Did you watch? Were you watching the Arizona game at the end?
No.
So Kyler goes to scramble. They're coming down to the game-winning or a
I
game-tying
did
field
see
goal,
this, yes.
and he slid. And I'm like, he slid. He's going to be short.
Also, they ran a quarterback draw
Yeah,
with no timeouts.
impressive, by the way. Well, you had enough time to go run up and spike it.
You ran a quarterback draw. I get it. But, like, what are you doing running a quarterback? Why are you putting your quarterback in that position? Where does the draw go?
I mean, yeah.
In the middle of the field.
But you had time. It would have worked if he would have just decided to dive forward or run one more yard. Anyways, so then it's great because the kicker is their backup kicker. During warmups, he missed this kick wide right, and that's what happened. So, very interesting play call and decision by everyone that's going on. Gonna have to make sure everyone closes their eyes. NSFW on this one. Not sure what's happening here. But
Deshaun Watson would like to know.
Yeah, that was the best part. Deshaun Watson literally says right here, Deshaun Watson has requested a trade to the Giants effective immediately. Oh man. I just love it. Before we get to the college, what do you think? Where the hell did it go? Oh. What do you think of this? a rookie. This is how he just bully ball. I love this.
That's one way to beat press coverage, right?
Teams are going to look to not press him. I promise you, unless they have a bigger court. Like, just so. It's awesome. I don't know if they threw him the ball, but he would have been wide open because his dude was on his ass.
He sure was.
Oh my God!
Real quick.
I love it.
Real quick, he was.
Right.
I had not seen that.
It's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good. And then this is it. This is the summary of Iowa football for the year. Okay. Tweet says, so if I understand right, Iowa just punted from their own 16, recovered a muff of that punt at Illinois 35, went 3 plays for -6 yards, punted themselves. A couple plays later, forced a fumble, recovered it at the 5 of Illinois, went 4 plays for -4 yards just to kick a field goal. A 15-play, -10 yards, 76 punt yard field goal drive. That if that doesn't represent Iowa football in a nutshell, I don't know what has.
Torrey Taylor for Heisman.
That's just disgusting, by the way. Disgusting.
That's a great word.
Like, just disgusting. All right. What do we got for college up here? Oop, that was last week. What other clips do we got? Oh, here's one. This one's a good one. Pretty sure it's high school, but
Okay, thank you. I saw this clip and I was like, what schools
high
are
school?
those?
Basically, it was someone saying, if you're going to talk shit, I love when you get humbled, was the caption. We're looking right here.
Yeah, this guy's clapping.
Talking shit, right? Yep.
At first I thought I was like the Browns didn't play the Packers this week.
I know, I did the same thing. Yep. Boom. Game over. Just got Pickensed.
Are you sure this isn't Canadian League football?
It could be Canadian League.
Because
I don't know.
I think he gets a running start.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, and so did the guy on the other side.
Yeah. So it's Canadian.
And also,
don't talk.
He said he did this. Like,
oh yeah.
Okay, he did, and you didn't.
You didn't.
Yeah. Truck, stick.
What's that saying is? F around and find out. Yeah. He did. He done did that.
No, but you about to find out.
Okay. This one I gotta get so this has been a topic for the last couple of weeks. It usually comes up a lot. Why don't teams quarterback sneak? Okay. Like I don't have another question besides why don't they? Mm-hmm. Right? Typically if someone's playing, if they went 0 and put on shoulders, still you can lean the other way. The success rate for a sneak is in the 90s.
Right.
So here the Browns are. Chance to go down and win. It is 4th and I think 1, I believe.
No,
it's 4th and 1. Mm-hmm. And this is the play they run.
Yeah.
You ran a counter. Who does this?
On 4th and 1. Timeout. It wasn't even 4th and 1. It was 4th
it's
and
a fourth and less
half.
Than 1.
So stop right there. Go back to pre-snap. So here's what we know. The Browns have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down linemen, tight ends included.
Also, damn receiver. Just
like and inside, but they have 4, and I'm not even going to count the guy that's standing up on either side. You can count those as 6, but like I also don't count the 2 guys on the guys on either end. This is a 2-on-1 between the center and the right guard versus the nose tackle and A gap with no linebacker, bear look, nothing
behind him. There's nothing there.
This is tackle. Right tackle is going to go straight up on the defensive end. and right guard is going to block down, and center is going to go straight forward. Left guard is going to block down.
Wedge.
And the
Essentially a little wedge
first
here.
guy that can touch your quarterback before he gets 2 yards is 49,
Maybe?
who is smaller than your quarterback and maybe 9 out of the 10 guys or 9 out of the 11 guys on the field.
Don't matter. None of these here are in a play of quarterback sneak. He's not. He's too far away. Debatably, if he slanted hard, he would.
Doesn't
be
matter
the
though
only
if
chance.
you're sneaking right.
I know, but I'm
all
just saying,
day
like,
here.
I'm trying to give the best
There is
I got
2 is the best, and that's
against
if
your
you,
3.
That's if you submarine a gap with both tackles, and your left end slants down.
Hard. Like,
you get 3.
real hard.
You get 3.
But then at that point,
At
the
that
quarterback
point,
can
you're-
just jump over him. You just dive over him.
Right. Like they.
I just fall over. It's
Yeah.
it's less than a yard. I just
I
don't.
mean, they have to get to that line right there.
Right
Look
here.
where that ball's being snapped at.
It's right here. Just this line.
They're going to
line.
take this ball, and they're going to hand it off
Just this line.
7 yards, 6 yards from the spot they need to get to. Nope, I lied. 7.
Yeah, on a counter, which takes time.
They lost 5 yards on that play.
Absolutely, as they should have. What are you doing here?
Losing. That's a losing football.
You deserve to lose if you're going to run plays like that. You just
Right now, stop. That's actually perfect. Right there. Look where. So snap, lean. Snap, lean.
Yeah.
Where there's not.
Ooh, the best part here.
At the snap of the ball, there is only one guy that's on the other side of the first down line for the defense.
Yep.
The other 4 are still 2 to 4 yards away.
The best part is he slanted
The other way.
This he could go right to the.
Look
he
where-
could get 3 yards.
Look where the other nose tackles go.
He goes out too.
You literally run behind your center.
You've
You've got maybe 7 yards. You might break it for a touchdown.
if you want.
Yeah,
Love.
that's bad.
I love coaching. Stupid. Always got to throw this one up every time I see it. Kyler Murray is now 3 for 43 when Call of Duty has a 2XP weekend. Oh man.
Kyler.
Fun stuff. Tucker doing Tucker.
Boy,
things.
Tucker.
This. Okay, so a little bit of golf action. I don't know if you saw this. Did you see this?
I saw all of it.
Okay.
There's just no reason for discussion.
No, I just want to put it out there so
I know.
everyone can see it if they didn't, because we haven't been in golf mode lately. But wow, crazy things that are happening.
Here's the problem: is they don't meet like 8 of the other parameters to. So the whole reason this is happening, just to so people know what we're referring to, is that the LIV is trying to qualify for
They want
official
points.
world golf ranking points. The problem is like, so they were given this sheet that said that we need to
These
meet
criteria.
These criteria. Bryson comes out last week and says, "Oh, we're doing all these things, and they're just not going to let us have points." Like the old "woe is me," we're doing all these things, and it's like, yes, except
This one and this one and this.
for, I mean, it was like 10 of the however many points or whatever. So, again, it's just, I mean, I saw a tweet that was a kind of a parody tweet of like, I'm going to take the top 5 golfers in the world right now and 40 other guys. We're going to play 5 holes at our favorite courses and take our best scores or something, and then we're going to complain to the tour why we're not getting official world golf ranking points, basically. Like, I'm going to take the best 5 guys plus a whole bunch of buddies, basically,
right.
And like then my buddies should be able to
Get some
it's
points.
like, yeah, because we have the top guys in the world. And it's like,
No, that's not how it works.
Right.
It's I don't want to say it's becoming sad yet. It just stinks of like why, like you're not doing what you said you set out to do, in my
Right.
opinion. Now you're just trying to be them and beat them, which we all knew that's what it was. But so
right.
anyways, fun stat just for my Nebraska fans, right? I'm from Omaha, so I got to give you guys something every now and again. still coming to grips with this. Points allowed since Oklahoma beat Nebraska 49-14 on September 17th. Okay? Points allowed since. OU has allowed 145 points. Nebraska's allowed 34. Losses since September 17th. OU has 3. Nebraska has 0. OU is bad at football, ladies and gents.
Favored by 9.5 this week.
I know. It's one of the ones I like. I like it a lot. All right. Why don't we do a break real quick so we can refill?
Can we do that?
Absolutely.
Is that allowed?
I mean, we don't have buttons, but they'll just not see us. So that's is what it is.
We're still here. We're just not
here.
Yeah.
So much here, not so much here.
I don't know what you can find over there because there's not a lot of the opposite sex available, so or any in some places.
Where's he stationed? No, he went to Germany and then got out.
Yeah, because he's working on
Somewhere around, somewhere in there.
that area. But like, yeah, he's not a guy that is like he doesn't have a lot of free time.
No.
So.
But hey, to each their own. To each their own.
Good on her for supporting our troops.
Yeah, support the troops. All right.
There's too many games, so like that
You're having trouble. I know.
But
I want to take them all. I love them all.
we're gonna talk about them all. Damn it! There's also it's the most undefeated teams we've ever had at this point in the season. Our most undefeated teams playing each other at this point in the
Hey,
season.
all I know is that there is college football on tomorrow night at 6:30.
Yep.
Okay. Marshall, ride with them, by the way.
We are Marshall.
Ride the Green Wave.
They are not the Green Wave.
I know.
The Thundering Herd. Stop
No,
it.
but Green Wave sounds way better. Oh wow! Look at these scores. Didn't see that coming from the underdogs, did you? Seattle up 7-3 on Houston, and Philly beat Atlanta 7-6 in baseball.
Those Mariners.
They're going to come out hot the first game, and then
Pesky Mariners. You got to watch them.
problem is you have to win the series, not just a game.
That's how that works.
In theory.
Fair enough.
All right. All right, let's get into it. We'll save game of the week. Clearly, I think everyone knows what it is. I mean, there's multiple games of the week.
Yeah. I mean, there's 5 games this week of undefeated teams playing each other.
Correct.
We're picking 4 of them?
Yeah. Which one did I miss? Guess this isn't my full-time job.
Or maybe there's 5 games ranked. Ranked
There's
opponents are
5
playing
ranked.
4 undefeated. And
Correct.
you've got the 4 undefeated.
I'm pretty sure.
Or
No, because Utah's lost. What am I missing? I don't understand. It's not my job.
Syracuse?
Oh, yeah, they no.
I agree. I mean, that's a game that I don't.
That's why. That's exactly why I did that. Okay, that all tracks.
So, but yeah, here we are.
All right, here we are. So let's we'll start with the order that I believe they're played in. Penn State, Michigan, 11 o'clock.
11 a.m.
That's gonna be a good one. I really like that one.
Is that big noon kickoff?
That is,
I would
for
assume
sure that is. Yeah, pretty.
in the big house.
Yep. Yup.
Penn State's going to have to prove it to me. I mean,
I think
Michigan, I'm not
ultimately-
like sold on them overall, but I'm definitely not sold on Penn State.
Well, I mean, they really haven't played. I mean, they beat Auburn 41-12.
Yeah,
They beat Purdue 35-31, but like they just haven't played anybody.
Right.
Like this is huge for them because of that. And I
Mhm.
think ultimately what you just said there is 100%. You got to prove it.
Right.
Like Michigan's been in it. They're
Mm-hmm.
doing fine. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Can Penn State show up and do that?
Now, do I have complete faith in Michigan? Absolutely not.
Oh no, yeah, don't get
But
it twisted.
it's
now.
just right.
Like if
I've
I
got
had
more faith in Michigan than I do Penn State.
Absolutely.
And I just overall think they have better athletes on both sides of the ball.
I agree, and ultimately that's why they'll win the game.
Mm-hmm.
The spread's interesting to me at 6.5. I can see this a field goal game, but I also could see Michigan winning by 17. Like, and that's where the Penn State prove it's going to come into play. I'm really excited for the start of this game. By the way, my Saturday night, I don't know who did this, college football gods or whomever, but I love you for it. I have 9 a.m. 5-year-old soccer.
Yep.
Nothing the rest of the day.
Oh, skipping football this week, huh?
Just
football's on Sunday.
Football's on Sunday, but
Yeah.
Lincoln's soccer is now on Sundays as well.
Oh.
So my Sunday's kind of screwed but for this
But for
lineup,
that, yeah. You trade that.
I'd trade that.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
If you could have a Saturday lineup like
You
this,
smoking on Saturday?
I think I'm gonna have to. I'm not doing brisket yet.
Okay.
So football, soccer.
Also, gonna be chilly.
Yes, yeah. It's gonna be a little nippy.
I mean, we're gonna move from football weather to football weather.
Yeah. To the
We're
ones
gonna move
that
from offensive football weather
to
to
defensive
defensive football
football
weather. Like,
real
let's
quick.
call it what it is.
It is. Hey, it is. You're not wrong.
So,
You're not wrong. Let's get at it. But really excited for the weekend overall. Gonna be great. But speaking of that, what are you doing the first week in November? I think I'm gonna do a brisket because
it's
it's
too far out.
I know, but it's like the first weekend I don't have any
That's fair.
sports, and
I think
I'm
we're
planning for it.
possibly off that. Yeah, because we're done with soccer in 2 weeks. So
Got it. All right. So here we go. Penn State,
I
Michigan.
think we kind of showed our hands here on this game,
I think we did too.
unless you're leaning towards the field goal comment.
Oh no! Give me Michigan. That's not the God son of a. Give me Michigan. Ryan has Michigan. Cole.
Yeah.
I'm also taking Michigan in the spread.
Ryan's got Penn State covering.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. I'll take Michigan in the spread as well.
And then Ryan's got the under. 52 and a half.
I think there's going to be points in this game. I've got the over in this game.
Wow. I didn't actually think about that at this point. 52 and a half. Dang, that's tough.
Here's. You want me to give? I'll see if I can.
Yeah, go
sell
ahead,
you
go ahead.
one way or the other. You can either agree or disagree, and we'll see which way you go. 42-12. Penn State hung on Auburn. Now Auburn's not good this year, but still an SEC defense.
Yeah.
Iowa passed the ball in garbage time with Petrus
and Penn State's clearly a better team
on
passing.
Michigan
Agree.
when they needed to. And Michigan scored on a top 5 defense consistently against Iowa.
Correct.
So there's my over. 20, is it 24 that Penn State can score, 27? I think Michigan gets in the 30s, honestly. So that's ultimately
your thing?
where
Yeah.
is that I think
this
isn't a game where Michigan stops doing anything, and I don't think Penn State can stop them that many times.
But this is one of those things that, like, this
Cannot-
happens a lot in these Big Ten matchups, is like they can go up and down the field
and not score.
and not score.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
I think that Penn State will be able to move the ball. I just don't. I think they're going to settle for field goals.
Okay.
And that's where I'm
So
stuck
they score
at. Like 17?
20.
But that puts,
Michigan
I
score
got
35.
Michigan at 35 is where I think maxes
I can see
out.
like a 35-20 game.
Correct. And that's why I said it's hard.
35-17 game puts you under.
So it puts me hard.
Yep.
But I'm going to
Yeah.
go with the under. Defensive guy. I don't know the weather. Maybe that has something to do with it. Doubt it.
Yep.
But
It's probably a little higher than what I would have expected that game to start at, honestly.
I
Maybe
agree.
closer to like 50 and a half,
Agree.
somewhere in there.
I agree.
I didn't check to see where money was at on that.
No. Oh, what does this do to you?
Money's on the under.
Saturday. High of 56, low of 32. Rain showers.
Rain that takes that game under pretty quick.
This is
So
where this
the
time of the year we have to start
temperature-
looking at.
The temperature.
That's not. That's football weather. That's fine. It's that rain
Yep.
with 15, 25, 20 mile an hour winds.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna ride the under. Does that waver you?
I can't change it now.
Or you can because it's right
Oh,
here. Okay.
athletes.
All right. Athletes.
These guys score.
You
don't score until you score.
USC Utah. No. OK State TCU. I'm pretty sure that's a 2:30 game. This line befuddles me a little bit, and it could be because OK State just hasn't looked that great, and TCU just beat KU, who's undefeated. That's got to be it but like
TCU's,
3.5.
TCU's beat better teams though,
Okay.
and then TCU is getting minimum of 3
Yeah, from home.
for home, so it's a pick 'em.
It's a pickup. I mean, that's where it's at.
The thing is, you got the hook. So we always look at those. 3.5
Yeah.
is it's a hook game. It's are we, whichever side you're feeling here, I don't think it's deterring you to go either way though.
No.
You're either on TC, like this game might as well not have a line in some ways. You're either TCU can control the game with their quarterback play and move up and down the field more efficiently than Oklahoma State, or Oklahoma State is going to find a way to win this game because you think they're the best team. Like whatever one of these teams you think is the best team in the Big 12, that's for whatever you've seen.
Or you can be
year.
Ryan and you can go OK State TCU.
Right, which is exactly what I have expected him to do. I will not be doing that. I have not. I'm going to let you go first here because I have not determined which side I'm going, but I will be playing the same side whichever way I go.
This is just I can't look at anything. This is a pure gut. Like I have not had one of these this year where it's 100% gut,
Right.
and I'm going 100% gut, and I'm going OK State. Clearly with both.
You know what I miss? Your gut.
Me too.
We haven't talked about your gut a lot this year. You must be working out too much.
Yep.
So just to
What?
just to go on the other side,
We're gonna do it.
give me the Dugan.
Are we gonna side bet it too?
No, I'm not side
Oh,
betting.
okay.
I haven't.
Okay.
I just like Dugan. He's an Iowa kid.
He's a what did he go? Where did he go?
Sanders has
Council-
a way of
Didn't he
making
go to Council Tucky or something?
Council Tucky.
Places. the
Council Bluffs, you mean?
Council Tucky. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Okay.
No, but you're about to find
What
out.
you find out? How are you feeling about the over under though? I mean,
Lots of points in this game.
you think?
Neither defense is great.
I wanted to find.
There's going to be as many points in this game as there was in the game last week.
Yeah, DraftKings has it at 69. I agree. Mainly because there's no defense. I don't know where Ryan's getting under.
It's a lot of points, Stoy.
Not in the Big 12.
It's almost to 70. You're only a
No,
point and a half
but
away.
It's not my 70, and it's the Big 12. OU Texas almost scored that themselves last week.
I don't disagree.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm on the over, but
I'm just saying.
we're taking the over for the same reasons. We just think it's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shootout. Someone will win by a touchdown. Someone might win by 6.
I think someone
just-
will win this game in overtime.
Yeah, which will be over. Like it
Right,
goes to
right.
overtime. Hundreds coming into play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
USC Utah.
but that's going to be an exciting game. Like, I don't want to undersell that game. Just
OK
it's-
State
'cause
TCU.
it's like
no.
it's two lower schools that teams.
Is
people aren't
that
gonna
the
get,
Big 12 championship for you? Early. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
has to be right.
Those are the best two teams in the Big 12.
Yeah.
And, like, that's not a great thing to say. It's like saying whoever's the best team in the Pac-12. But, again, like, that's two teams who have played really good high-level, specifically offense, and that's fun to watch. I don't care who you are. So like, if you want to watch what Oklahoma used to be able to do in the Big 12, or what Texas used to be able to do in the Big 12, these teams are going to show that this week. They have dynamic quarterbacks with experience, and they have dynamic playmakers on the edges in the backfield. Defenses that will make some plays but are shaky at best.
See, my thing is, OK State had the best Big 12 defense last year. Yeah. I'm thinking they'll be able to reach into that, and that's where I think they're going to edge them.
Dig deep.
They dig real deep.
That's why I got the Duggan.
They're not giving up. They won't give up 40. So
Duggan be digging.
The Duggan be digging.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a great game. The lineup. I'm good with every one of those teams being in the 12-man playoff.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where I sit with it.
Because I think what it comes down to is, we have a lot of conversation with the top teams knowing who they are, but like entertainment factor comes in to the next teams is like, all right, I can't compete, but I can put on a show. And so like that's what we're looking for, and like
these 4 should be shows.
Yeah.
I don't think there should be a dud in here.
No.
In my opinion. All right, USC Utah to finish out the night.
So these are my Trojans. They're here for protection.
Trojan man.
They can play offense.
They can play up.
This is a true Lincoln Riley squad. I mean, it is literally Oklahoma West.
Correct.
Oklahoma has disintegrated into an oblivion.
They are bad. They're bad. They're bad.
They remind me of like the Marvel series when the ashes start.
Just, Yep.
Like that's what Oklahoma is right now. It dissolved quickly.
God,
it was there and then it was gone.
It was gone real fast.
Real quick. So USC has looked. I mean, you might as well put Sooner uniforms on the Trojans.
Yeah,
they don't play defense. I mean, they do in spurts. They can make some plays here and there, but like for the most part, they don't play defense, and they play the hell out of offense. Utah has not proven to be the defensive juggernaut that they've been in the past years. See last week against UCLA. I will argue USC has a better offense and probably a similar defense to UCLA.
Yep.
Looking forward to that game. By the way, which if USC holds
that game,
then we should have an undefeated matchup when that game gets there.
That one's gonna be real fun.
Those are the best 2 teams in the Pac-12.
Absolutely.
So I see USC in what's relatively going to be a shootout, winning this ball game, and I'll take the over.
I will as well. Brian's going with the under to screw up our goon luck, although we picked after him. This is the line that I'm like, I don't get this line.
It's in Utah, bud.
I don't care if it's in Utah.
Here's the thing: it's only a 5 o'clock game in Utah, or 5 or 6 o'clock game, whatever. Are they an hour behind us or 2 hours?
I don't know.
But
Math.
so like that, Utah is a whatever stadium. So call it 4-point stadium. So it's actually like there's there's your line for you type of thing. So if this game's in USC, you're looking at USC plus 5.5, something like that.
I just I love it. I'm on it.
Right.
I'm betting the hell out of that one. Right.
So can USC go? Can Lincoln Riley take a Pac-12 team on the road who is noted for their defense over the years in the Pac-12, one of the only teams that is, overcome that in whatever form that it is and continue to have the most dominant offense in the league? And Utah has shown me no reason why that wouldn't happen. So
I concur. Gonna love that game. 7 p.m. Saturday.
My Heisman pick has to keep doing Heisman things.
Absolutely. Then we get to the game of the week. And I'm so happy it's in Knoxville.
Can you imagine it doesn't matter, but Bama's always really good. So like their atmosphere is always, Death Valley at night, Knoxville at night, Knoxville game day, haven't been good.
I wish it was at night though. It's at 2:30.
It is,
which is stupid. Stupid.
But game day will be there.
Yeah, but still stupid.
I agree. 100%.
Give me night games on these games.
Right.
But game day is going to be
Knoxville,
7.5.
starving. Knoxville is starving.
Oh my Lord!
For a winner.
This atmosphere is going to be bar none. This is going to be. This is why it should be a night game.
Is Bryce Young going to play?
I don't know.
It looks like it.
It looks like it, but
right.
I mean, have you ever had a shoulder like I don't want to call it a sprain. I don't know what his actual injury.
Was it like an MC sprain?
Think so? Have you had one on your throwing shoulder? I've had one. It sucks, by the way. It hurts, but I'm not a quarterback.
But his is throwing shoulder.
I know.
That's the problem. And the thing is like, if you're fine going into the game, it takes nothing in order. Like that's my big thing is it takes nothing to re-aggravate that.
Oh no.
And I mean, I'm talking like I'm not even talking a hit. Like hits 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm talking rotational. I'm talking we threw from an awkward arm angle.
Hell, a deep ball might do it.
Handed it off.
Oh, and it got like pulled a little bit.
I went across the body, so like just that.
Yeah.
Versus this, like no pressure right here. All of a sudden I'm putting all the pressure.
Right.
It's like arm above the head on an over the top throw, sidearm. Oh, that's where it's at. So it all depends on where the injury is, and you can only protect it so much because it's both contact and non-contact come into play from a re-injury. Right. So like that's the
and he will get hit. Tennessee's defense will hit him.
Yeah, and if they're not aggressive all game, I'll be very disappointed.
I will be too, but
because they're not good enough to play base defense
just
and
go head to head
that's
all
not
day.
what Tennessee's built on.
Right.
So you just got to use your athletes, be aggressive,
and if he's
fuel
you
the
blitz
fan
him
fire.
more. In my opinion, you better test that out. He's also had 2 games off.
Right.
A little bit of rust.
I mean, I think he plays. I don't know about rust. I think
I don't want to say rust,
is
but
like, is he ready to run and use his feet, trying not to protect himself versus and so like those types of things go into play.
If he doesn't play,
Tennessee can't lose this game. If he doesn't play,
your thing's all like
it's on us.
Tighten that thing up. Yeah, just tighten it up. It's the bottom one. No, bottom. Nope. This thing right here. To right, righty tighty, lefty loosey.
It's just spinning. Who touched my mic?
I don't know.
Got people in here just playing with the mics.
Probably.
I'll hit myself in the face about 3 times.
I know. I was like, what?
Well, I could be aggressive. It could be aggressive with you, so it's self-harm.
Yep, that's true. It's gonna be a fun one. I love the hell out of it. Again, I'm not shocked by Ryan's.
How much have you watched Tennessee this year?
I watched half of their last game, but didn't really show me much because they dominated. I've seen highlights and clips. Their quarterback's thrown all over the place. His stats look really, really good. Mm-hmm. So offensively, they're there.
If they win this game, he's the front runner for Heisman.
100%. Okay. I believe already Bryce Young's out because of his injury. He's missed 2 games.
Yeah, no.
Mathematics.
And there's too many other.
And he's also run
competitive,
before.
Good teams. Like
going
Caleb
back to
Williams
back
is ahead
help.
of him. I mean, there's 3. I mean, shoot, Dugan might be ahead of him. I mean,
yeah. I
Sanders, maybe even.
Corum, the running back for Michigan.
There's just
Young's
a lot
out, in my opinion.
Stroud's ahead of him.
He got hurt 2 games, can't make it up.
Well, and there's too many other good undefeated teams that are going to be solid throughout the season that
absolutely
guys are going to stack on him.
Agreed.
So
and that's my opinion on that. So it's just going to be a good one. So 7.5.
I don't like the number.
Where the hell did it go?
But
okay, DraftKings, calm it down. Calm it down.
230.
230.
Mm-hmm.
In Knoxville. 7.5. Heavy money on Tennessee right now.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm all for it.
I just don't understand the 7.5. If I'm being completely honest, because that tells me in Bama this game's double digits.
I know, and I don't see that.
No.
Now, to me, that tells me that Young is playing. Well, that's what that tells me.
First of all, one, it tells me Young's playing. The second thing it tells me is that this is a Tennessee prove-it game.
Agreed.
And rightfully so. Like they've won a game or two this year that they probably weren't expected to. So continue to prove it. And hey, this is Alabama we're talking about type of thing.
Yeah, but who is Alabama?
No, right.
Their defense.
But like this isn't a Tennessee versus Bryce Young. This is a Tennessee versus Nick Saban betting line.
True.
That's what this is.
You're right.
Like Saban is going to find a way for his defense to stop Tennessee's offense. And you know what? Give me the Vols.
I love it.
Let's go.
I love it. I'm just checking points real quick. The Vols haven't scored under 34.
Mm-hmm.
And that was against Pitt. Otherwise, they're above 38.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama has actually given up to the better opponents 20 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And how many have they scored?
About 20. I mean, it's let me I just had it up. Let me back up. Push back. Reverse the button. They scored 24 against Texas A&M, 49 against Arkansas, and then only 20 against Texas. Again, I'm talking about top tier teams, not Louisiana Monroe. So the most points they've scored is 49.
Yeah.
They're in the 20s. One was Bryce Young. So
I think I'm going to take the under.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I honestly probably like the under as my best bet of the three. And I'm riding Tennessee this week. Let's go.
I am too. I'm riding Tennessee and give me the under. I think
that
it's
doesn't
gonna
feel right that you're doing that.
Why?
Because it makes me feel like I should just take Alabama.
I won't take Alabama.
I want Tennessee.
Put a shitty shot
I
on it.
really want Tennessee to win.
Put a shitty shot on it.
I want Tennessee to win by 3 touchdowns.
And I want them to shut them out. Like I don't want it to be ugly. It won't be, but I want it to be. But this could be.
Is Tennessee wearing the grays this weekend? What are they doing? Where are you going? You're going something special.
100%. I don't know.
Game days there. Going all are you going all white?
Let's see. White out? That could be. I don't think they've announced it yet. Orange out. Makes no sense. Never mind. What?
Orange out for the crowd, but I don't think they wouldn't be wearing orange jerseys. Maybe those are light enough. Bama is going to be in their darks.
Everybody's in orange.
They have orange pants. I haven't seen Tennessee in an all orange. Saw the grays, the all grays.
I don't know.
I hope they go all whites.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Fair enough.
Okay. It's gonna be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Great weekend of college football. All right, let me pull up the picks for Rhino for his money line locks. Excuse me. I read this right? NC State?
Absolutely.
Plus
3.5.
142?
Yeah. They're getting 3.5 against Syracuse.
What happened?
They lost
Did I miss something?
They lost a couple games, and Syracuse hasn't lost somehow. And Syracuse is just not that great a football team. So what are his other picks?
Let me type it.
Man, he's obviously a dude. He doesn't multitask. Ryan can.
My mic's over here.
Ryan can multitask though. He's more of a girl.
Well, I have this.
Is that
Anyways,
is that a compliment? You took that as a
what?
As a slight.
I didn't. I was
I
already.
I called you a dude, and I called him a chick, and you were mad about it.
Oh no, I was already like on. I didn't get the chick thing. I was just kept going. He's got NC State money line lock plus 142. He's got Duke plus 7. Why do you keep going back to Duke?
Stop.
Against Arkansas.
No, North Carolina.
Or North Carolina. Sorry.
Yeah, they're gonna lose that game by a lot.
Yeah.
North Carolina's been playing well.
Stop picking Duke. Anyways, move on. He has Arizona, Washington over 72.5.
Although Washington is terrible. Wait. Is there a side bet here?
He's not here. He has no.
No. I'm about to.
I'm going under 72.5 on there. I'm taking that directly.
Right, but are you willing to take a shitty shot?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to make sure that
Washington
we
can't
know.
score.
I want to make. I mean, they did last week. They just didn't. They gave it more against Arizona State, which is what he's going off of. That the score is going to be the exact same as what it was against Arizona State.
Nope, they're not going to do it.
And Arizona State's worse than Arizona.
Playing in Washington in that environment.
Make sure you note that you have a shitty shot on that one. Thank you. Okay.
His DGen pick is Kentucky at plus 235 over
Mississippi State. I don't like that pick either. Kentucky really died this week.
So another line that I'm not tracking either.
So I have 7 lines that I'm not tracking this week.
Is KU and Oklahoma on one of them?
9.5.
How?
Quarterback.
Yeah, but that quarterback started last year. Like, it's not like he's just a...
No,
And he performed well.
I'm just saying that you said how.
I know,
and I
but that
told
doesn't
you
matter.
why. But
OU was bad.
It's not a 10. It's not a 10 point, and OU show no reason to think that they would ever be remotely close against a good football team.
Not at all. Sorry. That one was my bad.
I mean, before I make my picks, I'm going to go through the 7 games, which we've hit on 2 already. BYU is only a 3.5 point favor, Baylor is only a 3.5 point favor against West Virginia. West Virginia is not a good football team, and Baylor has lost some games that they were favored in the Big 12 type of thing, but that doesn't change the fact that West Virginia sucks.
Correct.
Kansas, we just hit on.
Yep.
Arkansas, whose quarterback is supposed to play.
Right.
This line tells me differently.
Correct.
So that's why I question
It's
one way or the
early.
other. But it's 1.5 against BYU.
Yep.
If he plays, that's a lock, in my opinion.
Agreed.
North Carolina State, we talked about getting 3.5 against Syracuse. Michigan State's getting 7.5 points against Wisconsin. Michigan State, not a good football team.
I missed that one?
Michigan State, not a good football team. Wisconsin?
Michigan State's terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, Wisconsin, they're getting 7.5 against Wisconsin. Like, they're not that bad. They're not.
No, they're not that bad. Wisconsin's not that good either.
But they're not Northwestern. Like, their defense is way better than Northwestern's. Like, this is going to be like a 12-10 football game.
Yeah.
So that one stuck out to me. Clemson is
This one's interesting.
only 3.5 point favorites against Florida State.
I know.
Coming off a really
But
devastating
night game at Florida State.
I mean, does it
Tallahassee
matter?
is Tallahassee back? I think this is a prove it.
In your mind?
I don't know. No,
No.
God, no, they're not there yet.
It's
However,
a 2-touchdown
there
game.
to them,
And Clemson isn't giving up like 28 points to like they're holding them to 10.
this one's going to be. I don't know why the line's like that.
And then USC is getting 3.5 at Utah, which we talked about. So those games stuck out to me this week.
What do you think about this Nebraska Purdue?
Purdue 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems high. I'd have to if I was putting. I
How
would
about,
never
how about the
bet.
over under at 58?
Yeah, I would never bet on Nebraska. First of all,
No,
I would
'cause-
bet the over before I'd bet
I'm not. I
the
don't
line.
touch their games.
that's probably going to be an over.
I
Both teams are going to score some points in that game.
I can see a lot of field goals too. I don't touch that one, but 14.
But
is,
neither team, both teams are going to give up big play touchdowns.
Which I don't.
I see that game being like 24-21 at halftime. So that I did notice that one as well.
There's just a lot of things that are going to happen this weekend. I'll
A
just
lot
put
of
that way.
items that we're out there to take a look at.
Yeah. So where you at?
Let's see.
Ryan
Ryan had
NC State plus 140.
and I. That's odd that he used him in that regard, because he could have got him.
Can't get
the spread
DJ.
lock at 3.5.
I know.
I will take. Let's see here. I think I will take Clemson to beat Florida State. Let me make sure that game stayed under.
Minus 180.
Yes.
On DraftKings, that is.
192.
You'd prefer the 180?
I mean, yes, but just they're on. It's under 200 on both.
Also, another one is Washington, Arizona. To me, is 14.
Yeah.
What has Washington showed us in the last 2 weeks?
Arizona is bad.
you have trust in Washington right now.
No, I didn't say I was betting the game. I just said Arizona. I'm not
saying they're good.
Pac-12.
That's what I'm saying. Washington's not
so,
good. All right. Where the hell did my
Ryan did get the Kentucky game at a good time. It's down to 6.5 already.
Ew.
Where are you going? Do you know? Too many good choices?
There's actually quite a bit of good choices. And I'm all for it. But I'll save one for my DGen pick. So I'm going to go give me USC plus where'd it go? Plus 140.
You and Ryan both taking pluses, and you get up to minus 200.
I know.
Yeah, I know. That's how weird the lines are this week, though.
They just seem really off to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. Spread lock. Ryan has Duke at plus 7. I don't quite understand it.
Yeah.
But good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him. Where the hell did my pick go? Where are you going with this one?
I think I'll go to the NC State game on this one. Give me my 3.5 point buffer. That game just doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm going back to my Jayhawks.
Yeah.
You got them at 9 or 9.5 over there.
9.5.
Give me that.
Give me that half.
Clearly know my over-under and Ryan's because we're doing shitty shot.
Mm-hmm.
You may or may not know this at this point.
Let's see. Over-under for me. Where do we want to go? I do not. Let's stay away from any of the games we chose.
Why?
So let's go back to the well here on the Wisconsin-Michigan State bandwagon and take under 49.5. I don't see either of those teams getting to.
What was it?
49.5, Wisconsin-Michigan State. I think either one of those teams get to 28 points. So
I'd be shocked. Yeah, they do. DGen pick. I'm again writing rock chalk. Plus 265. Kentucky 235.
Yeah, and that's. I mean,
which one you got?
Plus 260.
Yeah. OU is just.
I didn't touch it on the other ones because I was waiting for that one. So
yeah, that's fair. That is fair. All right, let's get on over to where I make money. And when I bet, I make money on NFL. When I lose it on college football and baseball today. Thank you, Braves. Just to let everyone know that.
Yeah.
So this week I'm gonna stay away from college. Just gonna put it out there.
Bet.
I won't. These are too many good games that I like their lines.
And you're free all weekend?
And I'm free all weekend. I'm watching it. Gonna lose my money.
Guy's a liar.
All right. Thursday night foot.
Yeah, exactly. If you thought last week was bad, just you wait until the Commanders and the Bears get together.
Has there ever been a 0-0 tie? Overtime tie?
0-0.
Is there 0-0 tie?
Well, the defenses will score.
No, I'm just saying, has there ever been one?
Nah, I mean, not that I'm aware of, but
there will be a pick six, fumble, something blocked, return something. You're not wrong. A defense score will happen. Don't know what team.
Or special teams or
Take the DST prop to score.
I think so.
I'm not like seriously. Someone's going to score.
Yeah. These teams are too accident prone for something not to happen for the defense.
I mean, do you see how the Bears
even if the
lost
defense doesn't force it,
it'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll
the
happen.
offense will allow it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, Wentz will just throw it left-handed, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Not excited about this game.
No.
Won't watch it. That's a lie. I will watch a little bit of it.
Yeah, I'll
but after halftime, I'm done. Halftime done.
Whatever the opposite of must-see TV is, that's what this one will be. 37.5 is the opening line on this.
I know. It's great. It's so good.
Bears are favored by 1 at home.
Cool. Good for you guys.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, they're the same team.
Yeah, give me the Bears.
Okay.
And the problem is it's a pick 'em.
Correct. So you might as well just ride with them.
Well, I mean, you're either willing to go 50-50 or
put your chips. By the way, I'm not betting this game on
also
that stuff.
In -1 games, we shouldn't be allowed to. That's a pick 'em game, so you have to pick a side.
Yeah, I'm down.
But you also shouldn't lose 2 for it.
I don't.
No,
do you have a coin on you? I'm gonna do a coin app. Watch this.
Here, pick it. Odd or even?
No, don't do that. Tails, baby. Coin.
What's 1?
I don't know.
Ah.
That's why I'd never know. I always go even. All right, so tails is for the Commanders because they used to have tails.
And they're also visiting.
Yep. Okay, and I always pick tails. So here we go. Tails, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go, Commanders.
All right.
Let's go.
Well,
woo!
NFC Beast Mode coming out.
I don't even know how to spell their names anymore.
WAS.
Now, over under.
Why did you put Commanders in there? Put WAS.
No, I'm putting Commanders.
No.
I like the team names. I'm different than him.
That's fine. It's excessive.
I almost put Skins, so
you know.
I should.
I'm offended.
Sure you are. 37.5. It's that. By the way, 37.5 is low.
Really low.
It's a low number.
21-17. Over.
It's gross. The thing is, like, these teams they suck so bad that they could end up going 34-31.
Also, it's not going to be like 21-17. It's going to be like 22-18.5. Like, somebody's going to find a way to score a half point this week. Definitely going to be a safety.
Oh, there's safety. I'd put money on that.
So,
a defensive score, it's happening.
Give me the over. I mean, I don't know. There's no reason I should be on the over of any of the Thursday night footballs, but
I'm just going to stick to the under because it's Thursday night football. But
that's fair. What's Ryan on?
He went with the under too.
Okay. All right.
That game's
let's get away from that game. I
need a shower.
Yeah, right.
Vikings Dolphins. Here we go. In Miami, 45.5 total. Vikings are favored by 3.
Yeah, because the Dolphins don't know who they're starting.
Because they don't have a starting quarterback.
I
mean, it's a fairly easy pick for me, personally.
It's got to be the Vikings, doesn't it?
Yep, across the board.
You just gave up a shitload of points to the Jets. The Vikings are which I'll give a little bit of props to the Jets here. Like, they are showing the progress necessary for a young team with young talent. Like, they're actually progressing.
Correct.
Agreed. And we won't get into them because I don't think they play anybody. But like the Jaguars.
Oh yeah.
A team that looked like and who have regressed in the last 2 weeks, and you were expecting
solely on their quarterback, by the way.
Well, yeah, but their defense has not done what their defense has done either. No, yeah, 100. I mean, I get what you're saying.
I've heard Blaine Gabbert 2.0. Just saying. And can you rule it out right now?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
But yeah, that I definitely want to give the Jets some props.
Absolutely.
Because healthy, their offense has performed.
Correct. And they've got that chip on defense. I won't say because of Sauce, but they've added some young talent that has a chip. They look like a football team finally now, which is great to see.
Even in losses this year, they've been competitive.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Yep. I think Teddy will play this week. He passed all his tests, so I don't know how that new rule thing works, but I believe he'll be starting.
Well, yeah, give me the Vikings across the board there, and give
45.5.
I mean, I just don't have any faith that the Vikings defense is going to hold them to anything.
I got to go over.
I mean, even in a 28-20 game, that's an over. So
you going over?
Good luck.
Let's get it.
You're welcome, Ryan.
Let's get it. Although I didn't do the Vikings at that point. I just went Minnesota.
We're here for you.
All right, let's get to the boys, baby. Not the Cowboys, the Falcons. Let's go at home against the Niners. Kyle Shanahan, who can't win a Super Bowl because he's an idiot. I'm still not bitter. Doesn't trigger me. I'm fine.
Lies.
I'm fine. I am completely, utterly fine. Hopefully Pitts plays. That'll help the offense a little bit. I just really like the way the defense is playing. The problem is the Niners defense is... Well, I picked them up in fantasy this week. I had to drop the Steelers. I just had to.
Yeah.
Picked up Niners were there. Picked them up. Great pickup.
Yeah.
So that scares the hell out of me. By the way.
Who'd they play last week?
The Niners.
Yeah.
Don't ask me questions like that. They played the Carolina Panthers. I beat them 37-15.
Mm-hmm.
That's who they played.
Mm-hmm.
What?